One of the most common questions we get asked as club coaches is how do you deal with a moonballer, a hacker, someone who just keeps chucking that ball up high and being super consistent. Now, one of the most common responses to this is to come to the net. But when you come to the net and how you come to the net is quite challenging, that decision. So in today's lesson with Alex, I'm going to go through how to approach the net using top spin shots, how to make sure you do it in a nice, efficient way where you're not going to make mistakes and be able to dominate and put that hacker on the back foot. As you start to move forwards, looking to approach the net, which is not necessarily forwards, but chances are it's forwards, the two things that you get slightly wrong. One is, both are very common. So let's imagine, I'll be lefty like you. Let's imagine I'm approaching on a ball there. As soon as people get in their heads, oh, I'm gonna approach that ball, they get so sucked into getting forwards that they just go towards the bounce. And that's obviously bad for two reasons. One is you're going across and you take all the space away from yourself, so you end up close. And secondly, the ball ends up probably high or at least rising. And generally your better shots are when the ball is wider and lower. Like your kind of low forehand here, like left, like up and down is nice. So as soon as you go forward for a short one, it becomes higher or sometimes even peak of the bounce and you kind of move into it. Then you lose your space width-wise and depth-wise. So it's better for you to play an approach shot from say back here, but the ball to be at a height where you can whip it up, than to be a little bit closer, but the ball being flatter and you then driving through. Because in reality, that extra step is going to take you, it's going to take you no extra time to go. It's not going to take anything away from how far forward you go, but it's going to reduce your efficiency on that ball. Okay,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I always feel like I go towards it and take it and people will be aggressive because I've won the time battle, it feels. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've overpowered him and he's got one up.
But you can
take the time because he's fast as well.
Yeah, and obviously by waiting it for drop, you're giving some time back.
Yeah.
But the quality of your shot is likely to go up to such an extent that it's worth it. And also, if you play one from here, you can decide not to go and stay back. Where as soon as you're like up here and you're like bang, it's like every decision is made. There's no chance to adapt and suddenly go, oh, no, I better just push that one because you're stuck in the middle of the court. So that's the first bit, keeping away, but not just away depth-wise, away to the side as well. And how do we keep width? Right hand, right? Keeping right hand on for longer, so as you approach the ball, this shoulder's staying turned and you're staying with that space away. Yep. Stay down. Sharp. There it is. Nice. Sharp. Cool. So that short approached forehand, what sensation do you use?
I'm playing that one.
That one we just said, so it was a little bit lower, kind of forehand low, what are you using?
not driving it.
No.
It feels like a brush or a whip. Maybe whip it a bit too much, maybe, because I guess we go out a lot.
I think that's interesting. I think there's two parts there. I think the slight, or do I brush or whip it, is part of the problem.
Yeah.
And then two, your whip is too sideways.
Okay. So
So when you whip, you become very open and very like across. So you get no weight transfer through.
Right.
So they always tend to pull across as well, right? You could never whip down the line.
No.
Or you don't whip, but you should be able to.
Drive it.
But you need to be able to whip down the line.
Yeah.
Especially approaching, because you want to approach straight and come in behind it.
Yeah.
So let's lose whip.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go sweep.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweep the ball. Sweep it up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sort of here, you're just gonna sweep it across. Yeah. Cool, so stay down. Still take those few steps. Yeah. So what is the pull-up going on? Yeah. That was better. So how do you feel about sweep?
I don't know if I know the difference. I didn't feel like I was doing anything different to what I normally do.
Well, the outcome was different.
Yeah, it sounded different.
Yeah.
I can't feel it.
So the biggest difference was that you were actually coming forwards and staying forwards
Okay.
as you played.
Kind of concentrate.
Yeah. I still didn't really like it because I don't think it was attacking enough.
Okay.
I think it was more of like a neutral-ish.
That would go back to like a whip if I was attacking.
Well, but that's what we're trying to find, something that's kind of equivalent to your whip. Let's try ripping it. Just rip up the ball. Rip up and through. Yeah. Rip. Yeah. Cool, way better. You now need to have the discipline to not start your rip until you've got to the ball. Just because you know it's coming, yeah, as you're moving, preparing too early, because rip is essentially racket speed, right? We want to start the racket speed at the right time. If you go too early, it'll end up slowing down and go long like that. Just stay at zero, stay behind the ball, set, and then rip. So you get there, set. Yeah, but you started late that time, you overcompensated. Shut. But you're ripping up the ball, not through the ball. Nice. Shut. Yeah? We're so much more front foot now. Rather than, yeah, like jumping up and across as you do it. Ripping up and through the ball. All right, let's have some rips down the line. So you work your feet round. Yeah. Rip it up. Yeah, good effort, that was tough. That's a lovely shot. All right, rip and follow. Cool. Good. Volley's quite good, isn't it?
I'm less than that already.
It's good. Got one more. Cool. So that last one was a good example of going, it's not too big, it's starting too early.
Okay.
So it's like as you're moving forward, it's like, oh yeah, this is one I can rip, and you're still on your way there. Because the wind might blow, you might slip, and suddenly you've got to just go, oh, and just nudge it to a space and reset. You can't decide that early. So you need the discipline of, all right, let's lock in and get there. All right, I'm here, sweet. All right, boom, I'm gonna rip it.
In my head, I feel like I'm sacrificing power.
But you're not, because you've got long levers and you can accelerate. So you can think Manarino, right? How much pace does he create from there? You don't need to rip a ball. You do not need a swing, like a big old swing.
Okay.
You can do it from here. You can get it set here and boom, rip it. Which you're doing it.
Right.
But the ones that miss, that go long, is because you drift back from too early before you've got there. So then you do one of two things. You either still commit to it and then it goes mad, or you slow down and it goes long because there's no spin.
Yeah.
So either way you try and self-correct it like mid-swing, it fails.
Yeah.
Because you're then hacking into your rip rather than just doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can't do it if you start slowly because that's not how you rip something.
So there you saw my lesson with Alex, and that was genuine, me working with him to try and help him beat a hacker. So when it came to using topspin to approach the net, the most important thing to make sure is that that ball is dropping and that you still give yourself the same amount of space that you would anywhere else on the court. The most common mistakes, people get sucked towards that shorter ball, towards the bounce, and then lose that ability to have the ball dropping into their kind of hit zone that they want, to be able to approach with topspin with a nice stacking shot to be able to close the net. Hopefully you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, we have many more to come. We've got a series of lessons that I've done with Alex where we're going to go through different ways to beat a hacker and some other technical things as well. As always, if you enjoyed it, please give us a comment if there's another way you would have taught it yourself or a different way you've heard it explained, and we'll see you soon.